Greetings, guys. Welcome to Planet and Alien here on YouTube. I'm Weird Little Alien, or Noelle, whatever you want to call me, you know. So, this is going to be my Cloak and Dagger 107 Ranview. Like a seal. God, maybe I was a seal in my past life, because lately I've just been loving clapping. Because, I mean, you can't go wrong, man. When someone does something, you just got to be like, yes! Yes, girl, yes. Or boy, whatever, you know. You do your thing. Okay, so let's talk about Cloak and Dagger. Now, if you are wondering what Cloak and Dagger is, I ain't judging you. No, I'm not judging you. But I definitely think you should check it out. Like I keep saying this, but at least give one episode a try, and I guarantee you'll be hooked. Maybe this isn't the show for you, but I guarantee if you give episode 1 a chance, most of you are going to be instantly fucking hooked. It is so good. Like, Thursdays, freeform, 8 o'clock. You cannot miss it. Cloak and Dagger, it's a Marvel show. You know, even if it wasn't, it's still fucking the most amazing show ever. Like, it's so good. Like, I have no clue about the comics. I don't. So, I'm going off just the show. You know, so some things are, like, confusing, but it's like this show has my mind like going like, wait, is this and real, that, this, that? My mind is just kind of trying to process information and connect it and figure out like what's real, what's not real, like what's going on. So with Cloak and Dagger. Okay, so last episode we left off with such an emotional scene. Totally fucking broke my heart. Yeah, it totally broke my heart. Just like, oh my God. Just like when we heard Billy's voice at the end. Man, Billy was such a good guy. And he cared about his brother so much. And to hear his voice on the tape, like, oh my God. I mean, I would listen to it, you know, like, of course, I probably would have been like Tyrone and forgot all about it, because who wants to remember that and always listen to it? Because listening to it every day is not healthy. But to listen to it after all this time, it's like, I would have done the same. You know, I really would have. I mean, God, I couldn't imagine having your brother's voice on this recorder that you can just listen to anytime you want. And it's just like, that's so sad, but also awesome because you get to hear his voice again, you know? But it's sad because he's not around. Like, damn, man, is such a good guy. Like, Billy seems like such a good guy. God, he did not deserve to die. Like, the way he died still really gets me. Like, it's just, I always hate things where it's like the little things. Oh, if he would have never sold the radio back, his brother never would have been killed. Or if the rig didn't explode, then his brother never would have been killed. Or, if the rig didn't explode, Tandy and her father wouldn't have went off the bridge and he died and she lived, you know? Or if, Tandy's mom, Melissa, I feel like I'm getting it wrong. I always forget her name, because they never say her name, really. Melissa, I think. But Tandy's mom, what was I saying? Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. Oh, if, Tandy's mom didn't break up with Greg, maybe he never would have went back to work, and maybe he never would have got fucking killed, which, that is important I think that's important for the show, because, I mean, it was to show you that he's getting close to something that they don't want him close to. Now, I will say this. When I saw, like, when they were in Ivan's, whenever they had the flashbacks of Ivan and Mina, and he was at work, and it was the day of the explosion, and he was passing this girl, and he was talking to her named Sam, and I was like, is that the girl who shot Greg? Because no offense, it kind of looked like her, it did, but I was like, no, because she died in the explosion, so that would make no sense. Or did she? No, the girl who killed Greg looks a lot more like an assassin and less like someone working on a rig, you know? But when I saw her, I was like, oh my God, is that the girl who shot Greg? But no, I think that's a cop or a hired assassin. I think it's a cop. That's what I'm going with, a cop, okay? But, yeah, so when he saw that, I mean, this episode was really fucking good. Like, this is probably one of my favorite episodes. Like, it had so many great scenes, and so many heartbreaking scenes, and so many emotional scenes. And, like, I completely understand Tandy and her wanting to stay in this alternate reality, you know, so she can continue to talk to her dad. But I'm glad that Tyrone, like, woke her up and said, this isn't your dad. This isn't real. You're living in someone else's dream that they keep reliving. Well, not, I don't know how really to say it. Dream, their alternate reality in their head. You're living it over and over again. And it's like whenever Tyrone left, and because I knew she wasn't leaving with him, she is a good liar. Like, dude, she wasn't leaving with you. I saw her eyes open like she ain't leaving with you. But damn, he left her not even for a minute, and she was in there for more than 200 days because she stopped counting. And that's crazy because he wasn't even gone like a minute. But then again, everything restarts and restarts and restarts. But it's like, damn, already like 200 days and she was already kind of like warped. And then she started attacking Tyrone. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Thank God Tyrone's powers are working fucking awesome in this episode. Or else, fuck, man, Tandy would like hit him. Which, I mean, it's not, I'm not saying I hate Tandy or anything. She was in there for so long, her mind got warped. And I mean, when you have the opportunity to talk to your dad, or your dad, you know, because as we find out, it's not really her dad. But if you have the opportunity to do that, wouldn't you want to? Because I would, if I had the opportunity, like, let's just say it was my mom or dad, whatever, and I had the opportunity to talk to them, even if it's not real, I would still want to. I still would want to hear their voice, just anything. But I love Tyrone because he even admitted if this was Billy, he would do the same. But it's not real. It's not real. And he had her ask him a question, Nathan. Oh my God! Every time I make a video, I have to, like, burp. It's like a legit thing for my videos. I don't know. Anyways. So, what was I saying? Oh my God, I lose my train of thought when I have to burp. I was talking about Tandy and Tyrone. Oh yeah, Tyrone saying, you know, if this was Billy, I would do the same thing, but it's not real. And so he told her, ask your dad a question only he would know. And the question was, who's in the back seat with you? Which was Tandy. And he said, no one. No one's in the back seat no one's in the car with me. And that's when she knew, you know, this isn't her father. This is just inside Ivan's head, and this is just, it's not real. And that really snapped her out of it, because, I mean, her mind got really warped being in Ivan's head, because, I mean, she got the opportunity to talk to her dad again, you know, to tell him how much she misses him, how much he loves him, you know. And, of course, you want to take that, but then, you know, she let it just completely warp her, and then being in there for 200 plus days didn't help either, and stuff. And it's like, I'm so glad Tyrone was able to snap her out of it. And then Tandy was able to snap Ivan out of it and be like, you have a daughter, Mina. She made you these cookies in the Easy Bake Oven. I'm not even going to pronounce the word because I can't pronounce it, but it's an antidepressant. Camadon? I said that completely wrong. I know I did. But anyways, it's an 80% and stuff. And that's when he realized, like, he remembers his daughter. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, let's get you out of here. Like, I really want you to be alive. Because, well, you know what? It makes sense that only he could turn off the valves and stop all this and stuff and get out of this fucking coma. Catonic state? Yeah, catonic state. And so he had to do the valve things. And, of course, I always love a good fight scene with some nice music and some awesome-ass bad shit happening. I'm just like, yes, yes, Tyrone and Tandy, yes, yes, yes. Like, Tandy is fucking getting good, man. She was just like, shh, 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 shh. I was just like, damn, you. And Tyrone was awesome, too, you know. He's getting good. But no, it makes sense. It does make sense that he had to do that. The only thing is I get really nervous. I do a round table with Cloak and Dagger, and one of the questions was, do you think Ivan Hess is going to be able to help Tandy with Roxanne Corp? And I think he will. I want to believe he will and stuff, but at the same time, I feel like he's not going to, like, I feel like either Roxanne Corp gets to him first and threatens his daughter, which is what's going to keep him quiet, or he's just scared that if he tells the truth, his daughter will end up dead and he will too, so he doesn't want to tell the truth, so he's just going to wake up and be like, I don't remember anything from before the explosion, you know, so that the Roxanne Corp can't be worried that he might spill the beans, you know, but that's what I'm nervous about, because I feel like that's the way he might go, because we all know Roxanne Corp is a shady-ass fucking company that will do anything to make money, hide their shady shit, no matter how many people die in the process, they don't give a fuck. But yeah, so I feel like, I mean, I hope that he's, like, he helps her and tells her the truth and tells her what happened that day and what exactly was going on, but at the same time, I feel like, you know, Roxanne Corp could get him to keep quiet, and I hope not. And we only have 3 more episodes left, so it's like, what the fuck? Like, how are we gonna, where is this going? Where is this going? Like, we only have 3 episodes left. Like, in the next episode, oh my god, Tyrone is wearing the cloak. This is an iconic moment. Iconic, iconic, iconic. And he shows O'Reilly and the cop who O'Reilly's sleeping with. Can they give him a name? Have they said his name? Because I haven't heard it. All I know him as is the guy who sleeps with O'Reilly, you know. But yeah, next episode, Tyrone shows O'Reilly and this cop, you know, his powers basically, and I'm just like, oh shit, like, I don't know, like, you know what? I'm not worried, actually. I'm not worried. I trust O'Reilly and this guy enough to not worry, because this guy definitely likes O'Reilly a lot, and it wants her to be, like, safe, you know, from Connors especially, so I don't feel like he's going to be, and what are you going to say? Oh, this kid knows how to teleport. Like, the only person who would be like, yeah, he does, is Connors, but, I mean, I don't even think he'd admit that, because, fuck. Like, it's crazy. Connors doesn't even know who this kid is. It's like, bitch, I'm the kid from 8 years ago who watched you kill my brother and then heard you guys cover it up because, oh, we couldn't tell that he's been shot. What the fuck? Like, that gets me so hard. Like, I hate corrupt cops. Hate it, hate it, hate it. It's so many, and everyone just wants to look the other way because no one wants to get involved. You're a fucking cop. Your job is to protect and serve. Put away the criminals. Help the victims. Not the other way around. Hello. But anyways, yeah, you know, I get a little frustrated. I have some passion for this show. I have passions for all my shows, so, you know, I gotta say my shit. You know, well, that's awesome. I paused the video to get my notebook, and then I accidentally pushed the other button, and it ended the video. So now, here's my second part that I'm just gonna connect with the first part. I wanted to write this down, because, first off, oh my god, I loved Inside Ivan's Head. It was awesome. Like, come on. It was awesome. Like, and, like, okay, I know it's in Ivan's head, but is that what really happened the day of the explosion? Because it doesn't make sense, because he doesn't seem to really know Nathan at all. He just knows him as this guy who keeps calling him. But that doesn't make sense, because in real life, you know, they're friends and stuff. So is it like, did these people, like, is this all in Ivan's head? I think it is all in Ivan's head. This is the thing, reality he created for himself. Or maybe this is what happened when the rig exploded. And I wrote it down, and he was like, after the klaxons and emergency lights is the initial energy explosion. Explosion? Explosion. 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 Why can't it just say explosion? Why does it have to have a U? Okay, explosion. Is the initial energy explosion. It turns everyone into bloodthirsty monsters. Sorry, I had to check my phone, because I have somewhere to go, so I gotta make sure. Okay, so, Roxanne Corp was drilling for energy, which is a big no-no. Like, that's super fucking dangerous. Like, this was an explosion waiting to happen. I seriously think this might have been planned. I really do. Like, they're still drilling for this energy. Like, or whatever the fuck they're drilling for. Who knows? They're drilling for something worth a lot of money, and they don't give a shit what happens in the process. Fucking hate Roxanne Corp. But he's like, whenever the, energy explosion happens, it turns, it infects the mind with pure fear, sorry, I can't speak, with pure fear, and it goes from person to person, and, you know, they're called, what Ivan would say, is terrors. And I was like, I know it's not real. Like, maybe, like, that'd be super fucking crazy if that happened, really. Like, is it real or is it not? Like, I'm confused. Like, I don't know if it's real. They looked real, but then again, it's like, that seems a little far-fetched. But then again, is it? And it's like, because I was watching those two, you know, like saying, I don't know why it's overheating. There's nothing wrong. And then that thing explodes. And next thing you know, the girl's a fucking bloodthirsty terror. And then the guy touches her and he gets hit the fear. And now he's bloodthirsty. And it's like, whoa. Like, did this actually happen? Because, like, it makes sense. They got fucking, the energy exploded on them and, like, put, like, these fears in their mind, which is crazy to think. Also because the door was covered with the cloak, and the cloak, you know, Tyrone can see people's fears. And it's just crazy that when the thing explodes, it makes people infected with, like, these really bad, infected with pure fear. I didn't want to say really bad fear. I wanted to say how he said it, with pure fear, and it just spreads person to person, which was awesome. Like, I have to admit, it was really fucking awesome. Like, yes. Even though, like, Tandy, I understand. Like, I'm not mad at Tandy this episode. I was a little mad that she made Tyrone go by himself to do the valves. And, yeah, valves. Valves. Ah! Why can't I talk? Okay. When she let Tyrone go do the vows himself, you know, because she just was too busy, you know, wanting to talk to her dad, which is understandable, so I can't really be mad at her, but I'm still like, dude, you can't leave Tyrone alone. Like, even though he's badass and can defend himself, bitch, you have fucking daggers. Like, you can just kill someone easily. He has to, like, shoo, 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 and then try and kill them or hurt them, you know. But that part was a little upsetting, but, like, I mean, not upsetting. I mean, I understood it. It was just like in the moment I was like, Tandy, he came with you into Ivan's head. He's doing this for you. And even though he says you owe me, which I'm sorry, but I just love that. You owe me. And she's like, I know. And it's just like, ah! Like, I know it's so meaningless, but yet it means so much to me because it came from Tyrone and Tandy. What can I say? But Tyrone did this for Tandy, and you know what? Tandy has grown so much, because even she was like, I know this is the worst possible time, but I need your help. And Tyrone helped her, you know, and he easily could have left her whenever she decided to trick him and say, oh, we're going to go, and then he comes out and she's still there. He could have easily left her, but he wasn't going to, because like he said, you have a friend, me, and she does. Tyrone and Tandy are so connected, it's unbelievable. They're not just connected by their powers and by their storylines, but also I feel like they were meant to meet each other no matter what. I felt like the universe was pushing them to meet each other eventually. They were eventually going to cross paths somehow, I feel like. And so yeah, let me think about it. Also, can we talk about, okay, now at the end of the episode, Tyrone called Tandy, because of course, Tandy's the only one who can really understand this. I mean, I guess you could, like, talk to other people and be like, because his brother died and he has this tape recorder of his brother's voice, he could talk to other people, but when it comes down to it, Tandy's the only one who would really understand. And, oh God, hearing Billy's voice, it really broke my heart. Like, that was like just an emotional moment. Like, God, I hope we get flashbacks of Billy. But sorry, I was reading because I like to make sure I get exactly what they say right instead of just saying I think they said this. But Tandy was like, because she was making fun of his like rapping skills, his beatboxing skills, you know, and she's like, I'll excuse it because you haven't met me yet. And it's like, oh my God, like they know how to make each other smile, laugh, like, yeah, they came together because of these powers, but man, they are so connected in so many ways, and they are so much stronger together. I mean, it's just getting so good. And like, I just love, like, Tandy and Tyrone, since since episode 1 till now, they've developed so much in such a realistic, perfect way. And I mean, the emotions that come from these, and I mean, this episode definitely was emotional for Tandy, especially. This definitely was an emotional episode for Tandy, as well as, I mean, Tyrone somewhat because, of course, you know, hearing Billy's voice again, you know, remembering that he has this tape, like, God, Billy had to die. I really want flashbacks to Billy, but I love that they are still incorporating Billy in little ways because he is part of Tyrone's story, so of course he has to kind of be out there front and center. I also really love when Ivan said to Tandy, "You, my dear, are definitely Nathan Bowen's daughter." Like, man, like, I would just, like, I would tear up if I heard that. Like, that's, yeah, she is. She's amazing. She really is. I mean, she has, I mean, Tyrone, you know, he was talking about how do you think your dad will feel that you're a drug addict and stuff? And yeah, you could say it was harsh, but she needed to hear it, and she needed to hear the truth, and she needed to open her eyes and be like, and get out of this fucking alternate reality that's in Ivan's head, you know? And I'm so glad Ivan's back, but I'm still nervous that he's not going to come forward with the truth because he's afraid of Roxanne Corp, which really sucks. But I would like to know how how he survived the explosion and ended up in a catatonic state. I'm curious, how is he the one to, like, survive, and why is he in a catatonic state? Like, I don't understand that. Like, I definitely want to know why he survived. Like, that's definite. I want to know. Also, next episode, we get Tandy with Peter Scarborough, who, I would, yeah, you know, the fucking shady-ass motherfucker, you know, the one who's pulling bodies out of the water with money in them. Oh, the one who also, you know, hopes of killing Ivan, you know. Fuck, maybe that's what put him in a catonic state. Catonic, I was gonna say. Catonic state. But anyways, yeah, like, next episode, so Tandy's going after Peter Scarborough, and you have Tyrone going after Connors, which, oh my god! Like, I hear Connors, and he's like, "Who are you?" And it's like, I can't wait till he finds out. Like, I hope Tyrone's like, "You remember 8 years ago when you killed that kid for no reason?" And then he'll be like, "Oh, shit." Like, I want to know what happened to Connor's partner that night. Like, the partner he had that night, what happened to him? Like, did he leave the force? Is he still working? Like, I want to know what happened to him. Like, did he agree to just keep it quiet too? Or was he paid to keep it quiet? Or was he demoted because, you know, or was he promoted in order to keep it quiet? Because I want to know, like, am I the only one interested in the partner who was there that night when the shooting happened? And I still want to know why Dwayne was there. And, you know, like I'm so curious as to why Dwayne was there. Was he hiding? I don't know. Like, why was Dwayne there, you know? Like, so there's still a lot of unanswered questions I hope we still get answered, even though Dwayne's dead, you know? And hopefully by the end of the season, we find out who shot Greg. I don't know if we are, because there's only 3 episodes left. Like, what the fuck? We better get a season 2 Freeform. If you cancel this show, I swear to God. Like, seriously. Like, there has been so much, like, Save Shadowhunters, and I haven't seen you guys do anything. And it's like, dude, they have done everything to save the show, and it's like, you guys aren't doing anything really. Like, come on, just fucking renew the show. Just fucking get the show back on. Give the fans what they want. They love this show. It represents a lot of great things. Like, give them the show. Like, Freeform does not know what they're doing lately. So if we don't get a season 2, then you know what? Freeform, you can suck it, and this show needs to move to somewhere else, you know? They don't need to be on Freeform anymore. Maybe like ABC or Fox or CW. I love CW. Ooh, CW. That would be a good channel, CW, for Cloak and Dagger. But yeah, I really loved this episode. I thought it was so good. I definitely say it's one of my favorites. I definitely loved, especially last episode, because, I mean, that ending scene with Aubrey, the tears, like, it was just so emotional. Like, my heart broke for him. Like, honestly, God, my heart just breaks for Tyrone and Tandy, because their lives are tragic in different ways, but in same ways, you know? And I just can't wait till they find out how more connected they are. And I mean, to see Tyrone in the cloak next episode, oh my God, he looks so cool and badass. Like, I can't wait. This this show is so good. I highly, 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 highly recommend it. I loved it. I definitely think this was an amazing episode. I love, like, the fucking terrors as Ivan would call him. I love that he's now awake and Mina has her dad back. Hopefully, you know, well, I mean, I don't really care, but I feel like she might, like, realize, like, oh, it's weird how you came around and my dad's suddenly awake. Like, I would like her to say that, like, it's weird that you came around and my dad was suddenly awake, or say, like, hey, my dad said you were in his room when he woke up, like, why were you in there? It's like, maybe Mina will figure it out. Probably not, because, I mean, it's not like you're gonna think, oh, she has superpowers, she saved him, you know, but at the same time, it's like, I would be like, suddenly you appear and talk to him and he's awake. And I would just question that, you know. So, I like Mina. She's awesome. Like, as far as I'm concerned, she's a good person, and that's what I'm believing. And, like, I just feel like Ivan's not going to tell the truth. I just don't know. But you know what? That's okay. Like I said, Tandy got Peter Scarborough next episode. Yeah. And if you don't tell the truth, go ahead, kill him. I don't care, Tandy. Well, you don't want to turn... Well, even though Tandy killed people in Ivan's head, does it still count as killing someone? Like, because were they real? You know, she didn't really kill them, and she had to protect herself. So if she was to kill Peter, it would actually be her killing someone. And I don't think she wants to go that far. I just think she wants the truth, which I do too. Stop being a shady motherfucker and tell us what the hell you're drilling for. Like, what are you really drilling for? Why are you doing shady shit? Like, maybe she'll bring up, like, his hopes or something. Like, I know what you hope for and stuff like that. All you want is money. Because that's all he wants is money. Like, ooh, I can't wait. Tyrone and Connors, Tandy and Peter. Oh, my God, this could be epic. And then you have O'Reilly and that cop. And they're finding out about Tyrone. And I am just, oh, I'm so excited. This is so good. Like, I love this show. And Tyrone and Tandy are so fucking, like, any scene with them is amazing. And I love how, no matter what, they stick by each other, they're there for each other, they'll do what they have to for each other, no matter the circumstances, no matter what's going on in one of their lives. At the end of the day, they're going to help each other. And at the end of the day, without realizing it, they need each other. And, I mean, the writers purposely ended that scene with Tyrone and Tandy. And I think it was such a beautiful scene. And, you know, Tandy's like, can you play it again for me? And I just think that was such a beautiful scene. I mean, of course, her still wearing his jacket because it's like her safety blanket, you know, that jacket. And, of course, him, you see, still has the ballet slipper. And it's just, that was such a beautiful moment, you know, just watching them smile. And, you know, they make each other laugh, even though all this crazy shit's happening, and make each other smile, even though all this crazy shit's happening and things are just going bad. They still find ways to make each other laugh and make each other smile. And I think that ending scene was really important, and it really meant something, you know, not because, oh, well, she's the only one who will really understand. Yeah, you could say that, but also people could understand, like, oh, your brother died and now you have a tape recorder of his voice and you don't know if you should listen to it. But he chose Tandy because she would understand more. And I just think that was such a vital scene. And to see her, you know, be like, play it again and just, like, listen and just, you know, really, like, be there for Tyrone and, you know, just be happy that he has this. I love this show so much. It really is good. I hope you guys watch it. If you do not, please do give it a try. I highly recommend it. It's so good. So I hope you enjoyed my review. I cannot wait for next episode. I'm so sad there's only 3 episodes left, but hopefully by the season finale we get a pretty good conclusion. Like, I know we're going to get a cliffhanger. Like, I already know that. Maybe. I shouldn't say I know that because I don't really, but I figure we're going to get a cliffhanger because that's how you do it. But I hope we get closure on some front, or at least get a couple steps closer to the closure. Because shit's going down next episode, and I am here for it. So yeah, definitely check out Cloak and Dagger Freeform Thursdays at 8. You seriously do not want to miss this show. Don't sleep on this show. It is so fucking good. You will love it, trust me. So I hope you enjoyed.